So on October 11th of 2022, I rolled out of bed and grabbed my phone, and this picture showed up. I was super excited to get this picture, as it was the biggest buck I had ever seen on camera. And even to this day, actually, it's the biggest buck I had ever seen on camera. And it was also my first year hunting. So to say I was excited would be a huge understatement. I was in a season of life where I could only hunt about once a week. So I had to be really patient for Saturday to roll around before I could actually get in the tree. I ended up getting in the tree stand on October 29th, a couple of weeks later, and this picture was sent to me. And this was the first daylight picture I had of him, and I also just so happened to be in the tree stand, which was 5 yards away from this camera, or more like 10 yards away from this camera. But all that's to say, I got extremely lucky, and I got to take a shot at this deer about 15 yards away. And at first, I thought I had to shoot him a little bit far back, but when I got down and checked my arrow about an hour later, it looked pretty good. Definitely the kind of thing where you kind of second guess yourself after something like that happens. I actually didn't even know what deer I had shot at until the trail camera picture came through to me. I just knew it was a good buck with some antler on his head. So I was ecstatic to see that it was, quote unquote, the big one. This was the first splatter of blood I saw, which I was really excited about. But honestly, blood kind of trickled out to where it was just drops all the way up to the property line. I ended up calling my buddy Jason to come help me track, as I really didn't know what the heck I was doing, and I had to get retrieval permission from a couple of neighbors in the meantime. There were just drops, but towards the end of the trail, it picked up into puddles, and that takes us to here.
We found him. Oh, dude. Holy smokes. All right, oh my gosh. Dude. What a buck. Look at that, bro.
Dude, this deer, I never seen him until like a week ago, 2 weeks ago. Holy crap.
Hold his head up. What a deer.
Okay, I'm calling Megan, because she's gonna... So obviously, if you couldn't tell from that clip, I was super ecstatic to have recovered the deer with my friend Jason. This picture and the other pictures that you see were taken by my wife, who's a photographer. She has a really nice camera, so she was able to get some really almost professional level pictures, which I'm super thankful for. Honestly, I value them probably just as much as my mount that I had done, especially this picture with my little girl here and my wife. Super thankful for that. Once I gutted the deer, I realized that I actually made a pretty much perfect shot. It went through the center of both lungs. The deer ended up making it about 80 yards, but thankfully the neighbors were okay with me retrieving it. Here's a random picture that I thought I would include. This is my father-in-law, who was really excited to see the deer with me. And there is me next to the 2 deer that I shot that season. I actually shot 3 bucks that season, which is legal for my state, but these were my 2 trophies. The one on my left there is the one that I just showed you guys, and then the other one is actually a deer that I killed the very following week, so stay tuned for a video on him.